Hello, my name's Jeff, and today we are playing Lumberjack Simulator 2020. Now that's what I call login. Okay, no. So this is actually called Ova Magica, and it's a game that's in pre-alpha, and it is being worked on by only a single developer. And everything actually looks really beautiful, and it actually works really well. There isn't a ton implemented into the game yet, which is why so many trees are still standing. They haven't implemented tool upgrades yet. We can get copper ingots, we can get copper ore, we can get a furnace to turn the ore into the ingots, but we can't upgrade our tools yet, unfortunately. So this is still very, very early in the game's development. That said, I've played for 3 or 4 hours, something like that, and I have run into no glitches, no bugs. Everything that has been implemented works exactly as intended. So that is something that you don't often see even from AAA titles. Skyrim, looking at you. And so I think that's really incredible. And I am actually, obviously I enjoyed the game quite a bit because I played for I just cycled around another month. So yeah, I've played quite a bit of this game, even though it's still a tech demo. And I will show you why, because it is very reminiscent of Stardew Valley, but honestly, I like it a bit better than Stardew Valley already, honestly. It doesn't have as much content, obviously, and I do love Stardew Valley. But that said, this game has some very exciting features, which I'm deeply looking forward to. Just watering my plants. Okay, so the main purpose of this game is these little blob dudes right here. You get a cow blob, and you get a... Oh, you actually get the cow blob, and then these two guys are random. They give you 3 eggs at the start. The cow is guaranteed, and the other 2 are completely random. And they have stats, and they can battle each other in a future build. They cannot currently do battles yet, but that is coming. So I'm actually really excited to see what this all turns into with farming, raising these little monsters up for battle, and having your farm sustain them and contribute to their training. Maybe different foods improve their growth attributes. I don't know. I have no idea what it's going to look like in the future. But I am excited to see, and so far it is very promising because everything is crafted with a lot of love and detail. Look, the characters even have idling animations already. So this is my farm. You currently start out with 4 farm plots. The scarecrow and all the other farm plots I added myself by digging up soil and building them over at this crafting table. At the crafting table, you can move things however you want, and you can just ruin my beautiful little farm and make it look like a little messed up thing, a mahoober, and make everything ugly. So you can customize anything that you can construct in this game. I can move these little beehives around. I can move the farm plots, the fences, the furnace, all that stuff. I cannot move the trees that I planted. So these trees aren't here by default. I actually had to plant them myself. And they are actually really valuable because you plant them and then you don't have to do anything for them. You just let time pass and the tree grows into a full tree. And if it has enough space, it produces fruit. If you grow them too close, which these two are actually almost too close. If I was any closer on these, one of them wouldn't be producing fruit. And that's a good way to get free... Oh, shoot, I just scared away a bee. But that is a good way to get free energy just from all these little trees. And the bee that you just saw, these guys are actually a little hard to catch because you have to very carefully approach them. So standing right here, I can catch it. But if I move like 1/2 step forward, oh, there he goes. And he might come back in a couple hours, or he might not. I'm not totally sure. I think there's a chance he just disappears forever. But yeah, it takes a little bit of finesse to catch these guys. But once you catch 3 of them, and you get 1 copper ore and some wood and some fiber, you can build a beehive, which, like the trees, requires no upkeep and gives you free honey. What's weird is the beehives actually grow flowers too, and I'm not seeing flowers. Maybe they despawned when I saved and loaded the game? Question mark? But they should grow back. So let's actually see that. Let a day pass. Okay, coming back out. Okay, so yeah, there are some flowers now. I guess it despawns the flowers when you reload the game. Right now, the flowers have no purpose, but I'm hoping eventually they can be used for decorations or recipes or something like that. I don't know. But more bees. You can never have enough bees. You can never have enough beehives because each one of these little jars of jelly, they are 60 energy. And it requires nothing to farm these, to harvest these. Once you plant it down, that's it. You're good to go. That's free energy for life. All right, so I have to go through and water all my crops, which are now in a horrible pattern. Okay, all watered. I'm going to skip ahead to when these are fully grown and show you what the harvest is. Oh, nice. They're not fully grown yet, but when it rains, you don't have to water your crops. I often use days like this to contribute more time to mining stone, mining copper ore, which is basically the same thing as mining stone because you get them both from rocks. And then there are these bigger rocks that I can't actually mine yet because tool upgrades aren't a thing yet. And then I just harvest trees, which harvesting trees takes a long time to do. So yeah, that's like, what is that? Like 16, 18 swings, something like that. Yeah, I spent a significant chunk of time just deforesting this area. Did I need all of this wood and fiber? No, but I did it anyways. You're welcome. Okay, the crops still aren't grown yet, but today is the 4th of the month. And on the 4th of the month, there is a comet shower, which brings a whole bunch of copper ore that is just free for the taking. It is a little bit harder to get the ore out of like areas you haven't cleared as much. So like I can't get that one unless I smash this bush or I dig up that stuff right there. But especially the first time this comes around, it is super worth doing because you will need a lot more ore than you need stone. You can get both stone and ore from mining those huge rocks over there. So rather than doing that, you can just run around and pick up these free ores that are just laying on the ground on the 4th of the month. So that is a very useful day to remember. That said, I don't need any more ore because I've been playing for a hot minute. Okay, we are back and the crops are grown. It is also a rainy day, so it would have kept them watered, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to harvest them today. And we got a carrot, 2 tomatoes, or tomatoes as you normal people might say, some broccoli, some strawberries, pumpkins, a pineapple. Oh, my backpack is full. I'm going to go throw some stuff away. All right, we're back. Got our pineapple, 4 watermelons, and all these fruits and vegetables, they do have different amounts, different energy values, mostly based off of how much they cost. And I will, full disclosure, I did cheat a little bit because they start you off with 1,000 gold, and I spent most of that just playing around with stuff. And as far as I can tell, there's no way to get money right now in the game. So I did cheat some money for myself. That way I could play with things more. So you ever get so hungry, you just eat an entire raw pineapple or an entire raw pumpkin? Me neither. All right, the last thing we're going to look at is the house. None of this stuff I started with except the bed. The bed is the only thing that this house actually comes with. Everything else I constructed right here. And I can make more of it because I have a bunch of resources from deforesting the entire area. But yeah, I can build this stuff however I want. Some of the stuff has different colors that I can throw down. And I just made my house look horrible. Wow. It looked so nice a minute ago. And I can't even reach my bed now. And there's also some beautiful fan art on the walls that I wish I could get closer to, but I just destroyed my path to it. Okay, now we can actually get over to the painting. So we got a nice little cow blob here. And a cute little picture of him just chilling with all of his little blob dudes. I think the cow is definitely the developer's favorite blob because you're guaranteed to get the cow. Whereas your other 2 blobs, they're randomly decided. It's not always going to be the hedgehog and the bomb if you hatch those eggs. So yeah, that's about it for this technical demo. And again, this is in pre-alpha. And I'm really excited to watch this development because it's obvious the developer knows what they're doing and they really care about the game. They're taking the time to make sure everything is done well and it's done right. And I'm looking forward to playing a more developed version of this. So I will be following this pretty closely. Thank you for joining me. Deuces.